Picture a city that never sleeps, brimming with millions of dreams, layered in both grit and grandeur. Now imagine a figure stepping into that metropolis with fresh energy, someone whose roots stretch across continents, whose promise ignites hope, whose agenda challenges the status quo. That person is Zohran Mamdani. In the heart of New York City, he emerges not simply as another politician, but as a symbol of change, conviction, and audacity. Family and early life. Zohran Mamdani was born October 18, 1991 in Kampala, Uganda. His father, Mahmoud Mamdani, is a noted political science and anthropology scholar at Columbia University. His mother, Mira, is a filmmaker of international renown. Their meeting, life, and migration stories set the stage for Zohran's global identity. When he was a child, the family moved via Cape Town, South Africa, and later settled in New York City when Zohran was around 7 years old. His educational path took him through New York's public schools, eventually at Bowdoin College, where he studied Africana studies. From his middle name, Kwame, he inherited an early signal of ancestral ambition, a nod to Ghana's Kwame Nkrumah and the legacy of post-colonial leadership. Entry into politics. Before the campaign trails and big rallies, Zohran worked on the front lines of housing justice in Queens, helping families fight foreclosure, stabilizing homes, listening to stories of displacement. That hands-on work became the fuel for his political vision, IN 2020. He challenged the political establishment by running for the New York State Assembly in the 36th District and won. His message: affordability, equity, new infrastructure, transit access, and shifting the narrative of who represents New York. The battle and opponents. In the 2025 race for mayor of New York City, Zohran faced formidable adversaries. The most prominent was Andrew Cuomo, a former governor of New York, who entered the field after Zohran had secured the Democratic nomination. At the same time, Donald Trump publicly attacked Zohran's campaign, calling him a communist and threatening to withhold federal funds from New York if Mamdani won. That opposition elevated the contest from municipal to national significance. It was not simply which mayor, but which vision for America's cities. How he won. By November 4th, 2025, Zohran Mamdani won the mayoral election, becoming the youngest mayor of the city in over a century, its first Muslim mayor and first South Asian heritage mayor. In the Democratic primary, he had already defeated Cuomo in a stunning upset, signaling the appetite for a new generation of leadership. His campaign mobilized young voters, renters, immigrants, those disillusioned with establishment politics. He offered bold, vivid promises: freeze rents on rent-stabilized apartments, free bus transit pilots, universal child care, taxing the wealthy. Polls before the general election showed him significantly ahead. For example, a poll saw Zohran at 44% and Cuomo at 25% at one point. Why people supported him? He represented multicultural identity, born in Africa, raised across continents, firmly grounded in New York. That resonated in a hyperdiverse city. He had direct experience of ordinary people's struggles, foreclosures, affordability, transit. That built credibility. He offered bold change, not incremental tweaks. His promises were expansive. That inspired younger generations. He challenged established power. His victory signaled to many that new politics can win in even the toughest terrain. The significance and challenges. Zohran Mamdani's rise is emblematic of multiple shifts: the rise of progressive urban politics, the generational change, the fact that major cities are being contested in an era of national polarization. His campaign became a flashpoint in the ideological battle between the progressive left and the populist right, embodied in part by Trump. Yet the challenge ahead is enormous. Winning electoral votes is one thing. Delivering on promises, managing a complex city apparatus, facing federal antagonism and entrenched systems is another. Analysts caution that his lack of long experience may test him. Conclusion: Zohran Mamdani's story is more than a biography of a young politician. It's a narrative of identity, of daring, of connection to real people, and a belief that cities can be engines of justice and possibility. He won not just an election, but a mandate from a changing electorate. Now, the question he poses to New York and to America is, if change is possible here, is it possible everywhere?